fighting accents, our national anthem.
It's a tradition unlike any other here in the state of Minnesota. The Boys of Summer, representing communities far and wide, come together to battle for bragging rights on the diamond. The Class B State Amateur Baseball Tournament coming up next on PrepSpotlight.tv.
The 2020 Class B Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone. And Wings Financial. We're for people like you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Joe in Shakopee, Joe Schlepper Stadium, host of this summer's Class B State Amateur Baseball Tournament. I'm Eric Murphy. Phil McLaughlin is on camera tonight. We are one step from the championship round. Winner tonight is the inside track to bring home a state title, and it's two heavyweights. Moorhead knocking on the door once again, trying to dethrone the two-time defending Class B champions from Chanhassen. And it'll be Moorhead, the away team here tonight. Chan making its way all the way back in to the winner's bracket game here Friday night. Winner moves on. Loser goes to the losers round. And tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Cold Spring and Meesville will play an elimination game. The winner of that will play the loser of this contest. And then they'll move on to Sunday, the championship round. And the winner of tonight would then have to be beaten twice, which, by the way, Chanhassen has accomplished each of the last two seasons. So let's talk about tonight's matchup. The Moorhead Brewers, a tournament mainstay representing Section 2B. Their path to the semifinals, a first-round pounding of the Prior Lake Jays. Pulled away from Dundas in the second round. That was an elimination game. Remember, that was different this year with first two rounds as elimination rounds. And then they outlasted region rival Cold Spring in extra innings last Sunday. This the seventh straight appearance in the state tournament for the Brewers, 19th appearance overall. And where do we start with Chanhassen? A modern-day dynasty in amateur baseball. The Red Birds looking to capture a third straight Class B title. They've won 21 straight games this year, including 3 hard-fought close contests here at the state tournament. In round one, they outlasted St. Michael. Remember, that game started us off here in Shakopee. That was 2 Fridays ago. And the game eventually suspended, had to be finished Sunday night. They then fended off Northfield for a 1-run victory last Friday before outdueling an old state rival, Meesville. That another 1-run ball game. So it hasn't been easy, but the winning pedigree on display once again for the Redbirds. And warming up on the mound is John Straka. He's on the hill tonight. We have a really, really good pitching matchup. The Redbirds ace, the last year's tournament MVP, picking up where he left off in 2 games here in the tournament. He's pitched 13 innings, given up just 3 runs on 10 hits with 19 strikeouts. Straka, a former NDSU standout, played in the Rangers and Blue Jays minor league system. Also played, of course, with the St. Paul Saints and the Sioux Falls Canaries. As for Moorhead on the other end, we'll talk more about their pitcher, David Ernst, when it's his turn to take the mound. But Ernst on the all-tournament team last year, and he has been stellar once again. 10-1 record in the regular season, and he has been the ace, getting Moorhead in position here to take on Chanhassen. And the lineup for the Moorhead Brewers, who will step up with their baby blues, taking on the Redbirds, of course, in their red jerseys. Spencer Flatten will lead us off. Jace McLean, Denver Blinn, then Joe Halleck, Tanner Adam, Mike Peschel, Brent Kolpak, Chandler Eibach, and Nick Salentine. The shortstop will be the number 9 hitter. You got Brandon Arnold at shortstop, Michael Georgella at third, Zach Huffman at first, Ben Lavorsi, the catcher, Aaron Klepner, the second baseman, Jackson Goplin in right field. Derek Smith is the designated hitter tonight for the Redbirds, and Aaron Paff in left field, Nick Smith in center field. And as mentioned, Straka on the hill, and we are set to get underway here in our winners round matchup. And the winner's side of the bracket is Straka fires a strike in, strike 1 to Spencer Flatten. Flatten Very active first game in the tournament, and then no official word, but Coach Peschel mentioned his team was a little banged up, and in round 2 against Dundas, Flatton did not play as he smacks this one to short. Sounded like he broke his bat. Throw over from Brandon Arnold, the player manager for the Chanhassen Red Birds. And we have one quick out here in the top of the first. Flatton stole home against the Jays. Also made a diving catch, and great catch in center field, so I'm sure they're happy to have him in the winners round back in the lineup. Jace McLean, the left fielder, Great Falls, Montana native, stepping in for the Moorhead Brewers. A lot of North Dakotans on this team. Struck is quickly up 0-2 on McLean. 0-2 pitch, outside corner, 3 pitches, and it's a strikeout. McLean caught looking. 2 quick outs now for Straka. I'm going to bring up the designated hitter, Denver Blinn. Denver Blinn, a West Fargo native, DMAC. It's Des Moines Area Community College. Swinging on the first pitch and driving center fielder back near the track, but hauling it in is Nick Smith. A 1-2-3 inning for Straka. And we'll head to the bottom of the first here at the Joe.
For Moorhead, left field, Jace McLean. In center, Spencer Flatton. And in right field, Joe Holland. Third base, Tanner Adam. Shortstop.
Through half an inning here at the Joe, a quick inning for John Straka, the Chanhassen Red Birds ace. And now we get to see the Moorhead Brewers ace, David Ernst. I mentioned him on the all-tournament team from last year. He's been the ace again this time around, giving up just 1 run in 15 innings. Earning 2 wins to this point, 14 strikeouts coming into tonight's start. 70 innings pitched, in the regular season, went 10-1 with a .77 ERA in the regular season. Just a stellar season for Ernst. Struck out 87 batters in the regular season, a former North Dakota State star himself. So Straka, a little crossover there as an NDSU star. A lot of these guys from Moorhead played. And Ernst from Fargo, he went to South High School. He helped lead his team to a state title, then drafted by the Cubs in the 47th round after his prep career. And he is going to try to exercise some demons of recent tournament play here against Chanhassen. These two teams have played the last 2 times around. Those games, of course, won by Chan. The redemption round 2 years ago, on way to their 2018 state title. Lost, Moorhead did in 14 innings, 2-1 last year when these two teams met in the tournament. So we can expect another good one as Ernst pitched to Brandon Arnold, the shortstop player manager here. His first year as manager, Brandon takes a strike, 1-1 the count. And it ran through the lineup when I was giving you the defense, actually, for Chan. It's Arnold, Georgella, Huffman, Lavorsi, Klepner, Goplin, Smith, Paff, and Nick Smith. Is that one high fly to left? McLean runs under it, and we have 1 out for Chanhassen. And up next, Michael Georgella. Georgella, he's batting 200. 200 average here in 10 at-bats. 2 hits, an RBI, and 2 base on balls. And early swinging in the counts here, and this one driven deep to center field. But tracking that one and hauling it in is the center fielder, Spencer Flatten. Two quick outs now for Ernst. Both of these pitchers, like we've seen here in the state amateur ranks, pitchers like to work quickly. This is not Major League Baseball. They get in and they throw strikes, and obviously both teams thinking, let's jump on these guys early in the count if we can. A check swing and a strike now for Zach Huffman, the first baseman, still kind of looking to break out here in the tournament. Former St. Cloud State star player, a New Ulm native. 1-1 the count. Remember, the tournament was supposed to be in New Ulm, and New Ulm opted out due to COVID concerns. Zach definitely would have loved to have a homecoming, where he was a star player for the New Ulm Eagles, New Ulm High School, before moving on to St. Cloud State. He is in a 1-2 hole. Hoffman has just one hit in 9 at-bats in the tournament thus far. So another breakout candidate perhaps, but he goes down swinging here. And the aces on display early at the Joe after 1. Zeros on the board.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
We are promised a good pitching matchup here tonight, and so far so good. John Straka breezed through the top of the first inning. David Ernst did his part, quickly working through the first 3 batters in chance order. So we move on to the second inning here live on PrepSpotlight.tv. I'm Eric Murphy. This is a winner's round game, so in the winner's bracket, because we have our final 4 set. Tomorrow, Miesville and Cold Spring will start us off in an elimination game, and then the winner of that will play the loser of this contest. A chance to move on to Sunday's championship round, and the stat was thrown out there a couple times this week, but the final 4 teams, Chan, Miesville, Moorhead, and Cold Spring, one of those teams, at least one of those teams, have been involved in the Class B championship game dating back to 2012. The top programs in Class B make it to the Final 4 this year, and we've had some great baseball, a little heightened with the first 2 rounds being elimination rounds this year as well. And important to have that redemption round in 18 and 19. So the last 2 years, Chan fought back through the losers bracket. And 2 wins on the final day for them in both instances, first over Miesville, then over Dundas last year. So very important that that losers bracket can be, and not having another round, that was a big deal. Saw some really good teams, including Dundas. And we saw last week take on Moorhead in a pretty good ball game before the Brewers able to pull away. As this one is knocked out to right, and it stays fair. Be an opportunity for 2. Gets by the fielder in right. Good throw to second, but sliding in safely with a leadoff double is Joe Halleck, continuing a strong tournament here for Joe. And he gets our first hit of the contest. Halleck batting .500 coming into this contest. With 5 hits and 10 at-bats, 3 runs scored, and amazing 6 RBIs. Have a tournament, Joe, as he continues it here. And now with one on and nobody out, Tanner Adams steps to the plate. Tanner was the best hitter in the lineup for the Brewers in the regular season. They're trying to get him going as well here in tournament action as he swings and drives this one to deep center field, or actually not even having to move, was Nick Smith. Now he puts Adam away for the first out. Mike Peschel, the first baseman, lefty, will step up now for Moorhead. So Halleck, part of that pulling away from Dundas. 3 solo home runs in that game. Ibach and Halleck, and also a pinch hit home run off the bench. And Casey Clemenson. Or Chris Clemenson, rather. So Halleck continues to rake. And with Peschel at the dish, he will move Halleck over to third. The throw goes over, and there are 2 outs now. Halleck at third base, and that is a play that Straka will take every time. He'll take that out and deal with the batter, Brant Kolpak, and he's a good one. The second baseman here tonight with Nick Salentine back in the lineup against Dundas. Kolpak played shortstop last week. He actually led off that game with a double, had a really nice game against the Dukes. Now an opportunity with a runner at third and 2 outs. Straka keeping an eye on Halleck over there, fires in strike 1. Kolpak batting .364. He's got 4 hits and 11 at-bats in the tournament, 3 runs scored. He is speedy if he can get on base as well. The 0-1 pitch coming from Straka, and he's right in there again. It's fired back up the middle, 1-0, Brew Crew. It's Kolpak with the RBI single. Moorhead coming alive here in the second inning. And that'll bring up the catcher, Chandler Ibach. Will try to keep it going here against the Redbirds ace. Ibach 3 hits and 10 at-bats in the tournament. Mentioned the solo home run against Dundas. He smacked that one. Well, he and Halleck pretty much in the same spot. 371 out to left field. And Chandler hit the first solo home run in that game, so really sparking the offense and getting things going as he hammers that one into left field. Back-to-back singles, and the Brewers quickly with another scoring threat. Runners on first and second now. For Nick Salentine. Nick, another North Dakota State University product and from Fargo. In fact, Moorhead is one of the few teams in the state of Minnesota that got a full schedule in this year. Perhaps seeing some of that carry over in the tournament. They played all of their games at Jack Williams Stadium in North Dakota. Remember, Dakota is not quite as strict on the COVID restrictions. So they were able to go over there and get some games in. And that one has a chance. Arnold makes a great play to flip to second for the third out. So the Redbirds avoid further damage, but Moorhead strikes first after an inning and a half. 1-0 Brew Crew.
layoff for the next game and also on Sunday, because apparently they enjoy that also. Tomorrow's schedule, it's Neil Broughton, former great hockey star in the Hall of Fame. And on Sunday, Hall of Fame football star, Paul Krause.
Moorhead strikes first. This semifinal matchup, the Brewers taking on the Chanhassen Red Birds. RBI single. Brant Kolpak scoring Joe Halleck in the top of the second. 3 hits in the inning for the Brewers. Now David Ernst staked to that 1-0 lead, will come back out. Breeze through the first 3 batters in Chan's lineup. Catcher Ben Lavorsi, the 4th hitter, coming up now for Chan. Lavorsi has just 1 hit so far in the tournament. Lavorsi, a former Division I player at St. Louis, now at the Minnesota State Mankato, playing for the Mavericks. Swings through that one, 1-1 to count. Lavorsi graduated from Minnetonka High School. So as Moorhead's roster peppered with North Dakota natives, Chanhassen kind of a compilation of players from around the metro. Morrissey swings, spoils that one toward the Chan dugout. So 2-2 is the count. The leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second inning for the Chan Redbirds, the 2-time defending Class B champions. They've had to work for it every game in this tournament. They battled back through the losers bracket last year. So Chan is used to dealing with some adversity, and they've got a little bit here again tonight against a locked and loaded Moorhead Brewers squad. A lot of people thinking this could be the Brewers' year. We mentioned they played 36 regular season games. Or I think it was actually more closer to 40 and won 35 games in the regular season. So they've been good since the start this year. Getting that full slate in, a lot of time to gel. Trying to carry it all the way into this weekend's championship round as Ernst misses on the 3-2 pitch, and Lavorsi will take first. And Chan has its first base runner. After a clean first inning, both pitchers allow the leadoff hitter in the second inning to get on, and that'll bring up Aaron Klepner. Klepner, the hits leader to this point, has 5 hits and 3 RBI in the tournament. St. John's this year, he batted .500 in the abbreviated season. I think get a lot of games in, obviously, before they shut it down. Another good St. John's product here. We've seen a couple of those in this tournament, including the great Jacob Dickmeyer for Miesville, who will be on the mound tomorrow afternoon. So 1-1 the count now. Well, the pitchers maybe just working off adrenaline there in the first inning. They were throwing strikes and had no problem the first 3 batters, but now both teams able to rally here in the second inning as that shot into right field. Lavorsi will take third easily. It'll be first and third with nobody out. A walk and a single, and just like that, Chan with a rally looking to answer Moorhead score from the top of the first. Jackson Goplin steps in, the right fielder.
Number 6, number 10, right fielder Jackson Goplin.
Goplin having a nice tournament. 3 hits and 9 at-bats. 5 runs scored for Jackson. Obviously, pitching depth such a big part of this tournament as well, and I believe Moorhead feels pretty confident in what they've got, and they burned through some pitching in that extra inning game against Cold Spring, but with a week off, able to come back here with the ace, and then setting up for also really good Cole Christensen to pitch this weekend as well. I would think Cole would be the go-to guy if Ernst works his way through this, and I guess no matter what happens, probably have to pitch him tomorrow. 1-1 the count now. On Goplin, runners at first and third, nobody out, bottom of the second inning. And that one bounced in the dirt, and a brazen play there by Klepner. But he's able to take second. The aggressive base running, because that one was bounced into the dirt. Eibach thought about throwing it down. I think he would have had time too. But as it is, it's now second and third, 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out, and 2-1 the count. Ernst to the dish, swinging and missing. Is Goplin, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, and Ernst gets a monstrous strikeout here. He's far from out of the woods yet, but a big out. So 1 out now. Runners still on second and third, and Derek Smith, the designated hitter, will step up. So we've got Derek Smith and Nick Smith in the lineup. Derek, 3 hits and 9 at-bats for him, 2 RBI, 2 runs scored. Swung on and fouled behind us to the auxiliary fields around us here. Just a great setup here in Shakopee, Joe Schlepper Stadium. Great setting, and part of the reason they brought it back here is the state board, after New Ulm opted out, had to have an emergency meeting. They were looking for somebody that had hosted it recently, and that was kind of the idea behind it, somebody, facility and a crew capable of quickly putting things together. Gary Schlepper being on the board, went to Shakopee to ask for permission. They gave him the thumbs up. They moved the tournament here to Joe Schlepper Stadium, host of the 2018 tournament. Oh, and 2 count now on Smith. Ernst tries to hit the outside corner, and just a bit outside, 1-2 the count. And next year's Class B tournament will be held in Chaska, so not far away from here. Chaska, Waconia, I believe, is in there, and I know Hamburg is in as well as a host next year. Ernst tries to get Smith to bite on that one. It's now 2-2 count. Ernst, he does slow down with runners on, as you can imagine. Typically, he works really fast with nobody on, but he'll slow things down when there's a threat. On the 2-2 pitch, goes right back to the outside corner, back-to-back strikeouts for Ernst, and it's now 2 out. It'll be up to Aaron Paff, the left fielder, and number 8 hitter in Chan's lineup. So after a walk, a single, a stolen base, second and third, no outs to second and third with 2 outs after the back-to-back strikeouts by Ernst. Ernst goes to the other corner now. He wanted that call. As we've seen in this tournament, the guys that work the corners, if you stay consistent, eventually you're going to get those calls. You got to hit it a few times to convince the umpire. So 1-0 the count. Kind of goes back into that same area. Paff spoils it back. 1-1 the count. Paff has 2 hits in the tournament. in 7 at-bats. He's also walked twice. Both pitchers around the strike zone here. Other than the leadoff walk here in the inning. So 2-1 the count. Ernst goes back to the outside corner, maybe a bit high, and it's 3-1. I believe Chan would be delighted with a walk to load him up here. And give an opportunity to Nick Smith. 3-1 the count. Ernst to the plate, and he gets the call. Count is full. Three-two pitch, swung on, and a high fly to left. Should be the third out. Getting under it is McLean. He snags it, and Ernst works his way out of a second and third no-out jam. It remains 1-0 Brewers after 2.
Chanhassen.
For the third weekend in a row, the Moorhead Brewers make the long trek down to Shakopee, and they want to stick around and basically just win 2 games. Again, the winner moves into the championship round and would have to be beaten twice on Sunday. And we recap the path. Chanhassen, the number 1 seed, had that suspended game against St. Michael. So they started 2 Fridays ago, then had to finish up on Sunday, a 7-5 victory. Then they survived Northfield in round 2, 5-4 there. And then another close one against Meesville to get into this game here. And that was a 2-1 win over Meesville. As for the Brewers, a 10-2 win over Prior Lake. Moves him into the second round. Then the 5-1 game, a really well-played game against Dundas. And then an old regional rival, Cold Spring, the two meeting for the second time in the postseason. They played for seeding rights in region play. A game won by Moorhead. And Moorhead outlasted Cold Spring, the Springers, in extra innings, 6-5. That is how they got here. It is now Moorhead taking a 1-0 lead into the third inning. And we are back to the top of the order here for Moorhead. Spencer Flatten, and he flattens one out to left, a single. The 4th hit in this game now for the Brewers. And John Straka, the Chan ace, again going to have to work his way out of something here. Straka's last year's tournament MVP. He's been stellar once again.
Here's Bruce McLean.
And Jace McLean, the left fielder, will step in. McLean struck out looking in the first inning, rips one down the right field line, but just hooks foul. We've seen some action down there on the right field line. Third hit over there, and actually that's the first one that's gone foul. McLean jumping all over that first pitch. McLean in the tournament, 4 hits. And one extra base hit out of those 4 hits for McLean. The 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. Moorhead. Joe Halleck got on to start the second inning. Eventually came around and scored in the Brent Kolpak single. That is how Moorhead took the 1-0 lead. As that one is drilled to center field. And the ball not carrying a ton here tonight, it seems. Getting under that one is Nick Smith for out number 1. It's a lot cooler than it has been the first couple weekends. In particular, that first weekend here at the tournament. Long, hot summer here in Minnesota. Giving away to fall. Perhaps the ball will not carry quite as much as it did in the previous 2 rounds. Denver Blinn steps to the dish. Blinn flew out to center field his first time up. Check swing, and they're going to say ball 1. And Blinn in the tournament has just 1 hit and 14 at-bats, so another bat that could at any moment get going here. Runner goes. Throw is by Lavorsi, was there in time, but it bounced. So that is a stolen base for Flatten. I mentioned Flatten likes to be active, had that steal of home in the opener against Prior Lake. We'll see what the count was. I think they called a strike. Actually, I think they called a ball, so 2-0 is the count. Runner on second, 1 out. Blinn at the plate, another check swing. This time makes contact. Strike 1. That one skied to right. Rounding underneath it is Goplin. Runner tags. Strong throw by Goplin, showing off that throwing arm. We've seen that twice here tonight. Really nice throw, but Flatten is able to tag. And with 2 out, runner on third for Joe Halleck, the best hitter in this tournament for Moorhead. Continues to rake, came in with that 500 average. Some timely hitting as well. Had that big hit against Cold Spring, 2 RBI. Had the home run against Dundas. And got on here, the first hit of the contest for Moorhead, and later scored. The lone run of the game so far. Flatten comes down the line a little bit. Swinging and missing was Halleck. It'll be very interesting. Now Flatten didn't do a straight steal. It was more a timing, if I remember seeing the video correctly, of home. He didn't do a straight steal on the throw, but he certainly takes about 3 or 4 hard steps down the line on each pitch. 1-1 count now to Joe. Halleck, that crouching open stance. Straka tries to go outside corner. 2-1 the count. Halleck, Concordia College is where he played his college ball. Also a Fargo native. Swung on, high chopper, gloved at third. The throw over to first. And Straka works out of the third inning jam. Still 1-0 after 2.5 innings of play. Storyline brewing in this contest is the dueling aces working out of sticky situations. There's John Straka working out of a jam there with a runner on third in the top of the third to keep it a 1-0 game. Now David Ernst goes back to work. And he faces the number 9 hitter, Nick Smith.
Chanhassen behind the third by 8 for the 2. Center fielder Nick Smith.
And Nick tries to bunt, and it's a beauty. Ernst, no throw. And a leadoff bunt single for Chanhassen. Once again, the second inning in a row, Chanhassen gets the leadoff runner on. Back to the top of the order, and player manager Brandon Arnold mentioned in his first year managing the team, took over for his dad. You want to know the count. Arnold, former Chanhassen High School star player, went on to St. Cloud State where he was really, really good. Career 300-plus hitter there for the Huskies. A little St. Cloud State flavor here to this Chanhassen squad. Of course, St. Cloud built one of the top teams here in the Midwest in Division II. Arnold with 3 hits in the tournament coming in and 12 at-bats. There's a double and an RBI. A 1-1 count with a runner on first, nobody out, to the Nick Smith bunt single. That one bounced in front of the plate, 2-1 the count. Ernst's last inning saw Chan rally with runners on second and third and nobody out. He got back-to-back strikeouts and then the fly out to get out of the jam. So both pitchers, they're breezing through the first, working out of jams consistently here. As we move into the bottom of the third, strike 2 called, 2-2 the count. Arnold showing bunt on that one as well, so maybe Chan thinking a little bit of small ball is what they employed against Miesville to pull off that 2-1 victory last week. Arnold just a bit behind on that one. Fouls it off to the right. Remains 2-2. You're at Joe Schlepper Stadium, home of the Shakopee Indians, the Class B team here, and the Class C Shakopee Coyotes. Grounded to short, not going to be the easiest of plays. They go to second. The ball is dropped by Kolpak. I think Smith would have been safe anyway. So we'll see what they call it. Still no decision. I think they'll probably give him a hit, is my guess. No, they're going to give an E4 here to Kolpak. So Arnold reaches on the air. That'll bring up Michael Gergella, flew out to center field his first time up. And Salentine deciding to go to second there. I don't know, he maybe didn't think that he was going to get enough on the throw to get Arnold. That one was chopped a little bit deep. So here we go again. Nobody out, first and second. Chan threatening again. Down 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. 1-0 the count to Gergella. It's now 2-0. Pitch is high, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Ernst is going to have to reach down and find it again here. Another high-pressured inning brewing for the Moorhead ace. Not swinging on 3-0. Dragella takes it. 3-1 the count. 4 hits so far for Moorhead. 2 for Chan. And now the 1 error for the Brewers. 3-1 pitch down the left side and foul. So Ernst has worked his way back into the count. Three-two pitch is low. Ball 4. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Sticky situation once again for Ernst. We mentioned second and third, no outs last inning, but now it's bases loaded with nobody out. And you've got the number 4 hitter, Zach Huffman, still looking to break out here. Swinging on the first pitch, skied high to right, and this should score a run. Tagging is Nick Smith, and he is in with the tying run. Moving up to third on the play is Brandon Arnold. Sac fly RBI for Huffman. Runners on the corners with 1 out now.
Catcher, Ben Lavorsi.
For Ben Lavorsi, the catcher, number 5 hitter in the lineup. So Huffman was wasting no time. He swung on the first pitch he saw from Ernst. This time Ernst not able to completely dance out of it, but can stop further damage here if he can get the Chan catcher. 0-1 the count after the swing and miss. Lavorsi walked and made it all the way to third his last time up. He's down quickly, 0-2 in this at bat. 2 swings, 2 misses. Lavorsi started that rally in the second inning with that walk, where Ernst battled his way back in. Back-to-back Ks. Key moments of working himself out of that jam. Now the 0-2 pitch. Runner goes, throw goes from Eibach, and it goes past the shortstop covering. And Kolpak did a good job to smother it, keeping Dragella at second base, but Brandon Arnold scoots home, and it's a 2-1 ball game now. Chanhassen taking the 1-run lead. So Chandler Eibach's throw a little bit high. And Salentine coming over to cover, could not handle it. So 1 out, 0-2 count, or it should be actually, I think, 2-2 now, assuming that the last pitch was a ball. Yeah, 2-2 the count. 1 out, 2 runs in here in the inning. And it's now a 3-2 count. After jumping out 0-2, Lavorsi's right back into the at-bat. Inside corner called, strike 3, a big strikeout for Ernst. Ernst now with 4 strikeouts in the game. With Chan small balling him a little bit here in the third inning to get their first and second runs. And that'll bring up Aaron Klepner. Still a chance to drive in another. Swings through the first pitch from Ernst. 0-1 the count. And Klepner singled his last time up. Fouls that one back. 0-2 the count. Swung on and driven to left. That one dies in left field. Man, it looked like it was going to have a chance to reach the wall, but McLean got out there quickly and hauls it in just before the track. So Ernst works his way out of it, but not before Chan strikes for 2 after 3. The Red Birds now in front.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! DuBois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
So it's not the 0-0 12-inning contest that maybe we thought we were going to see after watching the Aces breeze through the first inning, but it's still going to be a tight one here tonight as the Chanhassen Red Birds strike twice in the bottom of the third inning to go in front of the Moorhead Brewers, the top 2 seeds in this tournament, meeting for the right to move on and sit in the driver's seat for Sunday's championship round. And Chan gets the 2 runs on just 1 hit. Well, there was a walk and 2 errors by Moorhead. So giving the 2-time defending champs a couple chances there with the errors. And you find yourself down 2-1. Tanner Adams steps to the plate here to lead things off in the 4th inning. Tanner a fly out to center field his first time up. 1-1 the count now as he falls it off to the left side. We mentioned Tanner, the top hitter on this team. He batted .400 in the regular season. He has yet to really get going in the tournament. And the 1-1 pitch, high, 2-1. Tanner does have 4 hits and 14 at-bats. Straka finds the strike zone here. Now 2-2 the count. And Chanhassen also in the title game in 2017. They fell to Meesville that season, so that was the beginning of this dynastic run. As that one's shot out to center field, and drifting under it and snagging it is Nick Smith for the first out.
First baseman, Mike Peschel.
First baseman Mike Peschel now at the dish. Lefty first baseman grounded out to second. Moved Joe Halleck up to third on the play. Joe eventually scored the first run, so a productive out last time up for Peschel. Slices one to left. That might get down. The dive in left field, and the catch is made. What a play by Aaron Paff. The leather on display here in this contest early on.
Second baseman, Grant Colpath.
Nice play by Paff out there in left. Read that one the whole way. We mentioned the ball's not flying out of the park here tonight, folks. You're going to have to get into one to get it out, it looks like. So Peschel just tried to slice that one in, and Paff tracked it down. Perfect timing on the dive. 2 outs now for Brent Kolpak. The RBI single his first time up, and Brent having a nice tournament. He's been impactful in that lineup. He's batted leadoff. Now he's down in the lineup a little bit. And you'll see if he does get on. A ton of speed for Brent. 1-1 in the count. Kolpak Fargo native, Bismarck State College. 2-1 the count. Strike 2. Oh, he bends that one in for strike 3. Straka was feeling it in that at bat. A 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Chan with a 2-1 lead.
A correction on this from Milroy. As Sandy and Colstrip, nothing to nothing.
We go bottom 4 here. Live on PrepSpotlight.tv, Joe Schlepper Stadium. We're in the winner's side of the bracket of the Class B tournament. The winner trying to move on to that championship game on Sunday. And Chan with 2 runs their last time up to move ahead of the Brewers. Gives you some scores. And by the way, thank you so much for joining us on PrepSpotlight.tv. We are pleased to bring you state tournament action A, B, and C this year, as they got a little bit spread out after New Ulm opted out. We were able to have you covered in Class C. Santi and Cold Spring are playing, and down in Milroy. And Buffalo is taking on Foley. We'll try to get you scores of those games as we move throughout the night. Strike 1 called. And we've got people trying to climb over the cameras and stuff, so you'll see people. That's just part of what we have here. And a great crowds on hand in this tournament. Remember, only 250 fans allowed in the park, and they've pretty much filled that quota here tonight. And there's that 1-1 pitch skied behind us. And Jackson Goplin now in a 1-2 count. Goplin struck out his first time up in this game. And strike 3. Ernst takes care of him again. A 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th.
Designated hitter, Gary Smith.
5 strikeouts now for Ernst. So other than having to dance out of trouble a couple times, Ernst shown to be a power pitcher here tonight. As Derek Smith, the designated hitter, he struck out his first time up. And remember, Goplin and Smith came up. Runners on 2nd and 3rd with nobody out back in the 2nd inning. And that's when Ernst got Goplin, then got Smith. And got Aaron Paff to fly out. 3 straight outs to get out of the jam, but Couldn't wiggle out of it in the third when Chan touched him. The help of 2 errors put the Redbirds in front here 2-1. It's an 0-2 count quickly on Smith. Tries to hit that outside corner, just a bit outside, 1-2. Goes right back to it, and it's ball 2. He's going to keep working that, especially up in the count. He hopes that he can stay consistent, get that call at some point in the middle to late innings. That one more over the plate, chopped down to first. Peschel has to jump for it, but makes the play to Ernst. 2 down. That'll bring up Paff. We mentioned flew out to left field his last time up, and Paff plays left field, made a spectacular play last inning to Rob Peschel. 2 down, base is clear now for Ernst. And he goes down the left field line. That'll slice foul into the bullpen. And Chanhassen, some teams try to get games in with that week-long layoff. You know, that was the case in between rounds 1 and 2. Obviously, with a big weekend ahead, at least you hope, potential to play multiple games. I don't think teams wanted to burn through it too much, but trying to get work in. So Chanhassen made a call to one of the top pitchers in amateur baseball this year, and Brody Rodning, the Gaylord star pitcher. Gaylord was in the Class C tournament. Rodning pitched both games, and they lost 2-1 to get knocked out last week. Rodning, tremendous pitcher. He's in the minor leagues system. He's a Class A player at this point, but obviously with no minor league baseball this summer. So a talent infusion in state amateur ball. And 2-1 count, swung on and missed. 2-2 now to Paff. So they got to look at Rodning to help them prepare for Ernst here tonight. Ernst, 2-2, and that'll find its way into left field, just over the shortstop. Salentine gave it a look, but over his head, and a 2-out single for Paff. Nick Smith comes up now. He had a bunt single his last time up. It was a beauty. Stuck it right in the grass. And Ernst could not get there in time. Smith made his way to third base where he was stranded. And here he goes again down the line. Coming over to make the play, and they're going to say safe. Wow, strong throw there by Tanner Adam. But Smith showing off some serious speed. I mean, it was a great bunt. 2 bunt singles now for Smith. Adam got there and showed off the cannon. And Nick a little too quick down the line, so we go to the top of the order. And Brandon Arnold comes up. Arnold reached on an error and scored his last time up. He tomahawk chops this one into left. Chasing it down is McLean. And Ernst gets out of it once again. We are through 4 here at Joe Schlepper Stadium. It is 2-1. Chanhassen Red Birds in front. Moorhead Brewers set to come to the plate here in the 5th inning. They'll try to start a rally against last year's tournament MVP, John Straka. Straka has bended a little bit here, and not broken too much. 4 hits and a run is what he's given up so far. The Brewers, many feel, as we mentioned, they could finally bring home the gold maybe this season. They finished second 3 times in their history. They've captured 3rd place 4 different occasions. They went to 4 straight state tourneys in the late 70s, early 80s, and they did not appear again until 2002, but 15 state tournament appearances in the last 18 years for this Brewers ball club. And here they are knocking on the door once again, but finding themselves in a hole and in danger of dropping down into the loser's bracket. Still plenty of swings and plenty of outs in this one. And as we move to the top of the 5th inning, this is Chandler Eibach, the catcher, and he drilled that one down the line, but sharply foul. Straka really reared back on that one. You can see he gave him a little bit different look, kind of turned his shoulder and fired it home. Eibach did single his last time up. 4 hits on the night so far for Moorhead. Almost chased that high pitch. Instead, it's ball 1. A 1-2 the count. Top 5. The Brewers got their run back in the 2nd inning as Eibach swings and misses. Three strikeouts on the night now for Straka. And Nick Salentine, the number 9 hitter, steps up and grounded out to 3rd his last time up, or to shortstop rather. So a quick 2-0 count on the number 9 hitter. Straka thinking about it a little bit, looks at the ball, rears back right down the middle, 2-1. Tries to nip the outside corner. It'll be a 3-1 count. Straka made quick work of Eibach. Now Salentine, bat on the shoulder in a 3-1 count. Swung on the 3-1 pitch. Spoiled at the dish, so the count will be full. We're at Joe Schlepper Stadium here in Shakopee, right off 169. That one chopped back to Straka. Takes his time. Over to first. Huffman snags it. 2 down. Back to the top of the order for Spencer Flatten. Flatten got on base his last time up in the 3rd inning with a single. And we saw a little bit about what he can do on the base pass with a stolen base. Watch his strike 1 curve in. Sharply to Arnold at short. Vacuums it up. Low throw. Cannot be handled by Huffman. Flatten takes a look, but he'll stay put. So that'll probably be an error on Arnold. Flatten obviously with a little bit of speed. Arnold did a great job scooping that up off the dirt. But the throw a little hurried. The two former St. Cloud State stars trying to hook up there, but Huffman couldn't handle it, so it is indeed E6. And you've got Flatten now. On base once again. We'll see if they try to get some action with him as McLean steps to the plate. Jace, active night in left field. We moved around a little bit in this tourney too with the Flatten missing that game against Dundas. McLean having to move out to center field. McLean has struck out and flied out. And the first pitch, ball one. McLean, now he'll try to slice it down the left field line. He's running like he thinks it has a chance. Bounces foul territory. Now 1-1 will be the count. Mentioned McLean is from Great Falls, Montana. Perhaps the only Montana native playing in this tournament. Now, that would be where my money would be, but of course made it his way to Fargo, North Dakota State. That's how he ended up in the area. Part of the Bison contingent here making up this Moorhead Brewers roster. And John Straka, former North Dakota State standout pitcher. In there for the Redbirds, a 1-2 count on McLean. You got time called by McLean as Straka, a couple head nods out there. I don't know if that was any kind of signal. They were just trying to keep Flatten honest at first, but McLean calls timeout, so it's still 1-2. We have 2 outs. Flatten on first after the error. Straka taking his time again here. We'll see if another timeout by McLean. Nope, the pitch to the plate. McLean goes left side again. This time ricochets off a couple cars in the parking lot. It's Friday night action, a fun night of action as the aces come out. You know, pitching depth obviously is going to play a huge part here, trying to bring home the title. And we'll see how they play it. If anybody gets any kind of advantage by a couple runs, and you think about maybe bringing your guy back, at least having them available on short rest on Sunday. But I think both managers right now just playing to win it and get into that round and worry about it later. Two and two the count. McLean stays alive. And Moorhead opting for the baby blue uniforms tonight. Looking snazzy. The Redbirds going with their home reds. 2-2 still the count. Straka again taking his time to the dish, swung on, and he stays alive. Borsi could not hold on to that foul tip. So a great at bat here by Jace. Former Bison matching up here. A little quicker to the plate this time, bends it in. McLean fooled by the off-speed pitch, can't believe it. And we head to the bottom of the fifth. Chan will try to add to that 2-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th at Joe Schlepper Stadium, Class B State Amateur Baseball Tournament, live on PrepSpotlight.tv. I am Eric Murphy. We've got a 2-1 game. Chanhassen Red Birds clinging to that 2-1 lead. And they'll have the part of their order coming up here. Michael Giorgello, the third baseman, leading off. He flew out his first time up, walked, made it to second base eventually. His last at bat in the 3rd inning. Now, pretty even game so far. Difference, 2 errors there for Moorhead in the 2-run 3rd inning, helping Chan move ahead in this contest. After Moorhead took a 1-0 lead in the top of the 2nd. Each team with 4 hits. Moorhead with the 2 errors. Chan also has an error in this contest. You have 5 strikeouts so far for Ernst, 4 for John Straka on the other side for Chanhassen. And a 1-2 count on Giorgello. Ernst would love nothing more than a clean inning. As Giorgello skies that one out to right, and kind of drifting at the last second, but able to get under it is Joe Halleck, and 1 out. We'll bring up Zach Huffman. I mentioned Huffman yet to really get going here in this tournament. He swung in the first pitch with a sac fly RBI his last time up. Struck out in the 1st inning and swinging on the first pitch again, and just goes foul on the left side of third base, 0-1. Huffman has had some great tournaments. A tremendous high school player for New Ulm, and a really good St. Cloud State player as well. Again, part of that St. Cloud State, the rise of that program. 1-1 pitch coming from Ernst. Swung on and skied towards short. Salentine tracked it the entire way, and just a few steps into the grass, hauls it in for out number 2.
Catcher, Ben Lavorsi.
Ben Lavorsi, the catcher, comes up. A walk and a strikeout for Big Ben here. And the Minnesota State Mankato catcher. He, like many in college, having to play the abbreviated seasons this year. Lavorsi swings on the first pitch, goes to the right side, and that one's just foul. So 1-1 the count on Lavorsi. Ernst trying to lock down this 1-2-3 inning. It's another sky-high foul ball. Eibach's going to go for it, and it is just out of play. Eibach went all the way into that netting. Probably about 10 feet on the other side. Bounced hard off that concrete pavilion down there. Ernst will take the slow walk back to the mound. He chased that one down too. 2-2 the count, 2 out, bottom 5. Inside pitch, count is full. And he draws a walk, so great at bat by Lavorsi. And Ernst does not get his clean inning. Lavorsi's now walked twice in this game. Aaron Klepner steps in, singled in the second inning, flew out to left in the third.
Baseman Aaron Klepner.
3 walks now issued by Ernst as this is swung on and drilled to center field. Coming on and trying to make the diving play is Flatten. He can't do it. Good backup there. It didn't squirt behind him too far. And able to move up to third on the play is Lavorsi. So a single for Klepner. And with 2 outs, Chanhassen back in business, threatening with runners at the corners. So McLean came over, provided nice backup for Flatten. Flatten just went for it. I mentioned he had a nice diving catch against Prior Lake in the opener.
Right fielder Jackson Goplin.
Jackson Goplin will step in after crashing to the grass out there in center. Flatten's trying to shake that off. So 2 outs, runners at the corners. Goplin at the plate, pitches low, 1-0 the count. Goplin has struck out twice in this game. So looking for a little redemption here and to tack on another run for the Red Birds. Can't get him to chase, 2-0 the count. Mentioned Goplin with 5 runs scored in this tournament. He's been playing well. I'd love to come up big here. 2-0 the count. And it's now 3-0. I mentioned Ernst issued 4 walks so far in this game, or 3 walks, excuse me. He did a similar situation, walk runner to load the bases earlier in this game as well. 3-1 the count. That one high. The bases are loaded. All of this with 2 outs. Ernst got 2 quick outs. And a walk, a single, a walk, and we're going to have a meeting at the mound. Jeremy Peschel, the manager, will come out. Clearly just a give him a breather here, settle things in. There's no action in the bullpen. So Chan now leading with runs and hits as well. We've got 2 runs on 5 hits. As mentioned, now 4 walks in the game. The lineup is doing its best just to work on Moorhead's ace, David Ernst, who's going to have to try to work out of more trouble here. And he's got Derek Smith, the DH, coming up. Derek struck out in the second, rounded out to second his last time up in the 4th inning. In a big spot here for both sides. Ernst dancing out of trouble ever since the first inning of this contest. Chan would love to give their ace, John Strock, a little more breathing room. That pitch high, ball 1. Right back up the middle and snagged by Ernst. Heads up on the mound. Ernst works his way out of the bases loaded jam. It remains 2-1 after 5.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Now on 3 at the buzzer. Good!
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
It's all about me, Dave Jankowski. Let's hear it for the Polish Eagle. Thank you, Dave. How about that ground crew, ladies and gentlemen? All volunteer. All volunteer, they do a great job. We appreciate it. Also people like Jerry Schlepper, Dwayne Slaughter, Steve O'Neill, and many others volunteering for this wonderful tournament. And at short notice, too. Don't forget the beer vendors behind the first base dugout and behind the third base dugout. The Lions Club behind the third base dugout. Check it out. Beer that's terrific.
We're now to the 6th inning here, and Moorhead coming to the dish down 2-1 against John Straka, the Chanhassen Red Birds ace. And by the way, storyline development, John Straka comes into this inning with 65 pitches, so he's right on target. And he'll try to stay efficient and in front on the scoreboard as that one is swung on. High fly. Zach Huffman, the first baseman, is under it. And one pitch, one out to get Denver Blinn here to start off the 6th inning.
The hitter was Denver Blinn.
And that'll bring up Joe Halleck, the right fielder and the number one hitter so far in this tournament for Moorhead. Right in the center of this lineup. Halleck smashed that solo home run against Dundas. Would love to do it here again to even things up. 2-2, Straka ready to go right away and firing in. A little high and inside, 1-0 the count. So the other development on the other side is David Ernst, the star pitcher for Moorhead. He's done a good job working out a couple jams here tonight. He's kept his team right in it, but he is at 94 pitches currently. And Chan will come up to the dish in the bottom of the 6th inning. We will see what they'll do as Moorhead's bullpen is up and throwing. So it's Jeremy Peschel's going to have to figure this thing out and manage it the rest of the way. I mentioned they do have a really, really good secondary pitcher in Cole Christensen, but are we going to see him tonight? Or do they have to keep him on reserve for the rest of the weekend? Potentially 3 more games after this. They work their way back into it. Would have to beat Chan twice on Sunday. Swung on and missed. So in 4 pitches, Straka sits down Halleck.
Will the gentleman with the lacrosse banquet go back to the press box? The lacrosse banquet.
Strikeout number 5 for Straka. And I have him at exactly 70 pitches right now. So he cruises, and Tanner Adams steps up. He has flown out to center field twice. Fouls that one right back behind us. And Kyle Kingsley, by the way, is the only other pitcher that has thrown here in the tournament. So we'll see what Moorhead wants to do. But first, the lineup trying to battle back here against John Straka. He is proving tough once again here in the state tournament. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. Hits the outside corner. with Adam in a 1-2 hole. Straka bearing down and efficient so far here in the 6th inning. Comes right back in. Ooh, the crowd wanted that one. And so did Straka. 2-2. Inside, the count is full. And see the not only physical but the mental ability of these star pitchers. Straka, now 3-2 counts, going to try to bear down, comes right after him, and Adam fouls it back. They're easily working through the first 2 batters and getting ahead in the count here. Straka will now simply try to have a clean inning. And it's outside, ball 4. So Moorhead trying to get something going here. Mike Peschel, the first baseman, comes up. Peschel, former Fargo Moorhead Red Hawk from Wapaton, North Dakota.
First baseman, Mike Peschel.
Mike in this game grounded out in the 2nd inning, flew out in the 4th. Swinging on the first pitch. That's going to be a tough play out there. Who's going to make it? Coming way out from second base is Klepner. So Klepner covering some major ground to get out number 3 on the first pitch. After 5.5, it remains 2-1 Chan.
Bottom of the 6th for Chanhassen.
We're in the bottom of the 6th inning now. Live Class B State Amateur Baseball Tournament on PrepSpotlight.tv. Bringing out the big guns, by the way. This is a big deal. We've got Paul Krause is going to throw out a first pitch this weekend. So is Neil Broughton, former North Star player. So they're bringing in the celebs. And speaking of the biggest celeb, Dick Jankowski's here on the PA, the Polish Eagle. As Chan's leadoff man, Aaron Paff gets on base with a single to left. Long time, 30-plus years, Gopher, PA. And here he is in Shakopee. They're treated to a lot of talent here in the tournament here in state amateur baseball. 100-year tradition. As Smith has 2 bunt singles in this game. Showed bunt again with Papp, the leadoff single. So keeping an eye on Ernst. And we mentioned 94 pitches coming into this inning. The bullpen buzzing again for the Brewers. Smith watches that one go foul. Smith has the full attention of the left side of the infield of Moorhead. His first bunt probably squibbed out roughly 8 feet from the box. His last bunt went down the line. But Tanner Adam not able to get him at first base despite a strong throw. Adam takes a couple steps in. Throw goes to first. Aaron Papp over there as he led off Chan's half of the 6th inning with a single. Applying more pressure to David Ernst here tonight. Now surrendered 6 hits. Of course, just the 2 runs. Comes into this inning having struck out 5 batters. Smith shows bunt, pulls it back, it's a ball, and it gets by Eibach. So scurrying down to second base is Paff. And a runner in scoring position with nobody out. 2-1 will be the count. As Ernst hovers right around the 100 pitch mark now. So Smith continues to at least show bunt, but Ernst can't find the strike zone here the last couple pitches. It's now a 3-1 count. He turns and throws to second. Salentine not really covering on the play. So more of a warning shot there from Ernst. And he does indeed bunt down the line, and it goes foul. Man, that would have been another tough play if that somehow stayed fair. Adam got down there quickly. Would have easily allowed Paff to go down to third, at the very least. But it is a full count now on Smith. Nick Smith, the speedy center fielder. He's swinging away. No, he will not. He will bunt, gives away to Adam, and it's an out at first. And Smith throws his helmet in disgust. It was a close play. Ernst got over there, but it's Adam that took it again, showing off that cannon. The sack bunt does indeed move Paff easily to third. So now runner on third with 1 out. Nick Smith hunting his 3rd bunt single of the game, and he got beat by, if anything, a half a step. And Brandon Arnold, player manager, leadoff hitter. Flied out twice, reached on an error, has a run scored. Arnold takes ball 1. Two 2-0 the count, 2 close pitches. And the Moorhead faithful that made the trip down here wanted that one to be a strike. Now goes to the outside corner. No call there, 3-0. No, and Peschel comes out of the dugout here to have a little discussion with the home plate umpire. Just getting out there, standing up for his guy. As Ernst moves past the 100 pitch mark. It is a 3-0 count with a runner on third and 1 out. Brandon Arnold swings away, and the RBI single to right. Well, Arnold thinks to. The throw comes quickly into second, but scoring on the play is Aaron Paff, and it's a 3-1 Chanhassen Red Birds lead. And that'll be the book on Ernst. We'll step away for a break and bring all the pitching changes and updates here and the book on Ernst when we come back. Live Class B State Amateur Baseball on PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
So we have a pitching change here for Moorhead, and they're going to go to their number 2 right now and try to stay as close as they can here. Cole Christensen comes in. Cole's been great here in the tournament. He's given up no runs in 7 1/3 innings pitched. So far in the tournament, he's got a win, he's got a save. He has struck out 5, has surrendered 6 hits, and he comes in just to reset it here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Brandon Arnold on first base for Chanhassen. 1 run already in. Christensen throws hard. And that one to short. It's going to be a tough play, and they're not going to get Arnold at second. That's the second time we've seen a shot kind of deep in the hole there. And Salentine not able to get it to Kolpak in time. So a infield single for Michael Jurgella, who swung on the first pitch he saw from the hard-throwing Cole Christensen. Cole also Fargo Moorhead Red Hawk. You'll see why with some of the heat that he can throw. Is Zach Huffman, number 3 hitter in the lineup, comes up. Zach is 0 for 2, does have a sac fly RBI. First pitch to him was a ball. Christensen staying on the outside corner, 2-0. So I've got for Ernst 5 1/3, 7 hits, 3 runs. I believe only 1 was earned. 5 strikeouts and 4 walks. Another nice outing from Ernst. But he's on the hook for Arnold at first base as well as Christensen. Going off speed, 3 straight pitches to Hoffman. And Zach has worked it to a 3-0 count. I mentioned Christensen has been absolutely stellar for Moorhead in this tournament. They need another good inning here, at least from Christensen. As he rears back, shows off that gas, and it's a 3-1 count now. No matter what, Moorhead has another game in this tournament, with Ernst going over the 100-pitch mark. And the bullpen still up, by the way, for Moorhead, so maybe it's a matter of Christensen just trying to put out a fire here, as that one is skied in the infield. Salentine comes over, calls for it with the put out, and now 2 outs with runners at first and second. And Ben Lavorsi, he has walked twice. He struck out the other time, so an 0-1 night for Ben. But he has been busy when he's gotten on base. He's made it to third base 2 times. and goes right to the heat. Lavorsi committed to that swing. I don't think he read that pitch very well, but an 0-1 count. And it's 0-2. So after going 3-0 on Zach Huffman, Christensen seems to have found a groove here. He's got Lavorsi in a quick 0-2 hole, trying to get out of the jam. Outside corner could not get him to chase. 1-2. Cole pitched 5+ innings in relief in that extra inning game over Cold Spring to put Moorhead in this situation. 1-2 count. Who goes the looked like maybe a slider. Trying to hit that outside corner, does not. 2-2 the count. And right back to the heater down the middle. This time Lavorsi able to fight it off. So to recap the inning, Aaron Paff with the single to lead us off. Nick Smith with the sacrifice bunt, as that one is dribbled down to first. Mike Peschel there for the third out, and that'll do it for Chan in the 6th inning, but they push another run across to get that lead out to 2 runs. 3-1 our score as we head to the 7th at the Joe. We head to inning number 7 here at Joe Schlepper Stadium, Class B State Amateur Baseball Tournament. I am Eric Murphy, the two-time, can't crown him yet, the 2-time defending champion, Chanhassen Red Birds, trying to move into that championship round again. And if they do accomplish that tonight, it will actually be the 4th year in a row that they move on to the championship. Won it in 2018, 2019, and trying to get it done here against Moorhead, another Class B power. They've beaten Moorhead on their way to the titles in 18 and 19. Last year it went 14 innings. We've got another tight one here. I'll finish my recap of the 6th inning when Chanhassen able to knock out Moorhead starter David Ernst with Paff's leadoff single, a sac bunt by Nick Smith. And Nick also has 2 bunt singles in this game. We got a little intel in between innings. They say that Nick Smith injured his back and can't swing. So an interesting situation there for the number 9 hitter. He's been very effective using his speed and his stellar bat control on the bunt. And then Brandon Arnold with an RBI single. And that was it for David Ernst. Cole Christensen came out to close the door there on Chanhassen's 6th inning, but one more run. And they've got 3 runs now on 7 hits. And John Straka, the ace, cruising along. We'll get pitch counts for you probably after this inning as he goes back out for inning number 7. He surrendered 4 hits and the 1 run. And by the way, has not surrendered a hit since the third inning, though. So, talk about getting stronger as the game goes on. Last year's tournament MVP in control once again. And as Brant Kolpak, the second baseman, will step in. And that one skied toward the right side. A lot of room over there, and Huffman chases that one down. That is not an easy play. Kolpak flies out for the first out here in the seventh. There's a lot of room in foul territory here at the Joe. And that is a play we've seen in this tournament is not easy to make for the first baseman to get over there because it is a long run. Typically, if it's going to be out of play, you'd give up on it. But those first basemen getting over there, not easy. Zach Huffman showing some athletic ability. Gets the put out. And swinging on the first pitch here is Chandler Eibach, the catcher. Eibach singled his first time up, struck out in the fifth. Straka looks to continue to cruise. As mentioned, he's not given up a hit since the third inning. And he's got Eibach in an 0-2 hole. Strike three. 3 pitches from Straka. And Moorhead, 2 outs here quickly in their half of the 7th inning. That is Straka's 6th strikeout of the contest. It hasn't been overpowering from a strikeout performance. We saw Northfield's John Ludwig strike out 14 batters in the opener against East Grand Forks. So we've seen some higher strikeout numbers, but hard-pressed to find a more in-control, dominating game here that is shaping up for Straka. Running into a little bit of trouble in the second. He is really locked in. 1-1 count now to Nick Salentine, the number 9 hitter, shortstop. He is 0 for 2. And that's a short fly out to Path. He makes the play. 1-2-3 inning once again for Straka. And Chan in cruise control with the 2-run lead. And before we do go to the 7th inning stretch here at the Joe, we're going to send you out to this break with highlights from week 3 of our action here on PrepSpotlight.tv. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th right after this.
Running for a base hit. Morris now backs up. Arnold serves one into left, and that's a base hit. And Chanhassen takes the lead right back. 0-1 to Halleck. Back and off the foot of the pitcher. It bounces towards left field. Kolpak coming home. The throw to the plate. Not in time. The game is tied at 5. The 1-2 pitch. Base hit right field. That'll do it. Matt Oy comes up and pokes one through the drawn-in infield. And the Moorhead Brewers win it 6-5 in 10 innings. Weiss kicks and fires this one. Driven to center field. Back is Rucker. Does he do it again? Yes, he does! 3 home runs for Duffner! And it's 10-3 Gold Spring. Unbelievable!
Runs scored here today. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3. Another one gone. McCoy Rodney goes down on strikes, and there's 2 away now.
Second baseman Aaron Kleppner.
Aaron Kleppner steps into the bottom of the 7th, lead things off for Chanhassen. Got the errands mixed up defensively. Kleppner, the second baseman, made that put out there in the top of the 7th inning. Here he is stepping up to lead off the bottom. Cole Christensen back out for his second inning of work. The fireball throwing pitcher for Moorhead continues to be stellar here. He got out of that jam, holding Chanhassen to 1 run to the bottom of the 6th inning. The The way John Straka's pitching, will that be enough? It certainly looks that way so far, as Christensen works his way back into the count here. 2-2 the count on Klepner. Swung on and driven to second. Kolpak is there, throws over to Peschel. Christensen. Obviously, David Ernst has done this year, and frankly in this tournament as well. What a 1-2 punch you've got, though. If you have Christensen coming out and throwing like he is, and he will definitely see action one way or another. Tomorrow would be my guess. And I do have somebody up in the bullpen once again, keeping it loose. How far do you push it if you need Christensen again tomorrow would be the question. As Jackson Goplin will step in now. And it'll be 1-1 the count after that strike. Goplin struck out twice, walked his last time up. Swings through that pitch. You're treated to the Take Me Out to the Ball Game on the kazoo again by Dick Jankowski. The 7th inning stretch. True Minnesota treasure, as they called him here when they introduced him earlier. What an addition to this Class B tournament to have him on hand. Handling the announcing duties for us here. 1-2 the count now. We've got one out. Bottom of the 7th inning, Cole Christensen. 2nd inning of relief. That one's hit hard down to third. And Tanner Adam handles it. Peschel steps inside the line. And it's 2 outs now. Derek Smith, the designated hitter, steps in. He lined out to Ernst his last time up. Is 0-3 in this game. First pitch, swinging skied toward short left field. And coming up is McLean. So Christensen cruises through the bottom of the 7th. We head to inning number 8. Moorhead will try to chip away at that 3-1 deficit. After Cole Christensen comes in and quiets the Chanhassen lineup in the 7th inning, Moorhead will try to rally here against the getting stronger, it seems, John Straka. He has not surrendered a hit since the 3rd inning. He enters this inning at 86 pitches, so he is cruising right now. Moorhead held to 4 hits overall in this contest. The 1 run came back in the 2nd inning, and they're at the top of the order, so now would, in theory, be the time to do it. It's Spencer Flatten leading us off, and Flatten does have a single and reached 3rd base. That back in that 3rd inning. In fact, was the last hitter to get a hit, last batter to get a hit off of Straka in this game. So that one fouled to the right side. Huffman looks like he'll have a play, and he will. 2 pitches and 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Huffman busy over there. Saw him go way into foul territory, a little bit closer to the bullpen down there. Make a nice play last inning. Jace McLean steps to the plate. He is 0 for 3, has struck out twice tonight against Straka. We talked about these teams meeting up the last couple years in the tournament. Sure, Moorhead be happy, obviously, if they could get by Chan, but would have been a lot happier if somebody would have knocked them off earlier. But they still got a chance here, down to 5 outs left in this contest, as that one goes deep in the hole, and making the play is Aaron Klepner, man. He's played a good second base here tonight as well. A ton of range. 2 quick outs. That was a little shift action. Klepner was playing way into the grass. And showing off that strong arm, and Denver Blinn comes up now. He is 0 for 2, had a sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning. And the Brewers, even if they don't come back in this one, will have a pretty good shot at Chan again on Sunday. Of course, having to come back tomorrow and face the winner of that Meesville Cold Spring game. Well, Final 4 pretty stacked up here. Obviously, Chan would love to be in the driver's seat for the first time. We mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, but the last 2 championships for Chanhassen, they had to battle back and win twice on Sunday. So they've been on the other side of the fence in this tournament as well the last 2 years, bringing home titles. I'm sure would welcome an opportunity to be in the driver's seat heading into Sunday. And Straka now has the count 2-2 on Blinn. Tries to get him chased outside corner. No go, so a full count. Chan does have the bullpen up, so anybody ready at a moment's notice. Can't see who it is. The 3-2 pitch fouled straight back. And Thomas Thompson has the second most innings pitched in the tournament. He obviously has experience, actually, starting in state championship games back when he was a high schooler, actually, a couple years ago. Swung on and missed on the 3-2 pitch. Straka cruises into the 9th inning. And after 7.5, Chanhassen holding down that 3-1 advantage.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Down on three at the buzzer. Good! It's good! DuBois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Chanhassen by the 8th, left fielder, Aaron Path.
It's getting late here at the Joe. Class B state tournament action. Winner into the driver's seat into the championship round on Sunday. And it's Chanhassen with a 3-1 lead. They are at the plate against Cole Christensen, who has been lights out since coming in relief. Back in the 6th inning. You'll look to work through bottom half here of Chan's order as Aaron Path, the left fielder's at the dish. Then it'll be Nick Smith, and then back to the top of the order will be Brandon Arnold. Aaron has 2 hits from the 8th spot in the lineup and a run scored here. So a nice game for Aaron. Also had that diving catch in left field. The two Aarons defensively. Klepner at second, Paff in left field. They've been good. Really good looking players defensively. And Paff thought about it. It was a strike anyway. 2-2 the count. Chanhassen Red Birds in a quest to win a 3rd straight Class B state title. Modern day dynasty in play here. Find their workhorse John Straka swung on and missed as Christensen continues to cruise.
Chanhassen batting for the center fielder, Nick Smith.
We have a pinch hitter. We'll try to see who that is here in seconds.
Number 44, Andrew Malky.
Andrew Malky stepping in for Nick Smith. We mentioned we got a little bit of intel that Smith maybe has an injury. Hence the reason he was trying to bunt every time up with 2 bunt singles, pretty successful, and a sacrifice fly as well. So he leaves. Well, he might still play center field. Remember, you can do the pinch hit and then reinsertion. So we'll see if they do that. Smith, he's got a lot of speed. Showed no signs of slowing down playing the field, but they want to get some cuts in here. So Malky's at the dish, and he's got a 2-1 count now from Christensen. And that last at bat was Christensen's first strikeout. But he's been pretty airtight since coming in relief. Gets the outside corner here. And 2-2 the count. Christensen playing this role here in this tournament. Mentioned 5+ innings of relief in the win over Cold Spring. That swung on. Good contact. But it drifts, and actually having to run up to catch it is McLean. That is what we've seen here. The ball not carrying at all. So we move to back to the top of the order. Brandon Arnold, the player manager. It's had an active game at the plate. He is 1 for 4 on the day, but he did reach on an error in the 3rd and scored. Last time up, an RBI single. So productive day at the top of the order for Brandon. We'll keep an eye out for Straka coming back out in the top of the 9th. He's under 100 pitches as he fires that one down to 3rd and just past the diving Adam. Took a big turn, but getting over there and throwing it in quickly is McLean. So nice hit there for Arnold, his second of the contest. A 2-out single. Keep Chan alive here in the bottom of the 8th. And Michael Gergella comes up. Michael's walked as a single. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Man, that was a hard hit ball. Seen a couple of them down there go foul on the left side. Earlier in the game, a couple balls sprayed to the right side that stayed fair. But the left side, not so much until Arnold knocked that one past Tanner Adam. Christensen back to going out of the stretch and a 2-0 count on Gergella. Swung on and missed. Gergella can find his way on. Zach Hoffman on deck. A little high. 3-1 now. Jackets out here tonight. This will be our last, what looks at least for the next couple weeks, our last great weekend of weather. 3-1 count. Runner goes, but it's ball 4. So it's now first and second with 2 outs. Christensen will try to work his way out of this one. We've got bullpen action again for Moorhead as Zach Hoffman steps in. Zach is 0 for 3 on the day, had the sac fly RBI back in the 3rd inning. He's an aggressive swinger. Christensen more than likely to be around the plate here as he bends in strike 1, 0-1. Not the pitch Hoffman was looking for. So Chan's got 8 hits, 3 runs. And that is swung on, and it'll make it through the right side. Arnold makes the turn, and he will score. The throw goes to second. Runners on the corners as it's now 4-1 Chanhassen. So Hoffman produces. We mentioned he's a big bat in this lineup. Always capable of breaking out. Hoffman will give way now to a pinch runner. We'll see if they give us a number on that, but it looks like Justin Arnold. And Justin Arnold, number 9, comes in to pinch run for Hoffman. Arnold, a utility player here.
Catcher, Ben Lavorsi.
And Ben Lavorsi will come up now. Runners on the corners. It was first and second when Hoffman knocked in Brandon Arnold from second. Now it's runners on the corners with 2 out for the catcher Lavorsi. Swung on and missed. Arnold easily able to take second base. Second and third now. Lavorsi 0 for 2 on the day, has walked twice. One and 1 the count. So we'll see what they intend to do here with John Straka now with this insurance run, and depending on what happens here, maybe that will be the decision. For Brandon Arnold, player manager, what is he going to do from a pitching standpoint? Straka's under 100 pitches. It's one of those things. You dare take him out, even though you know every throw he makes, you might need him on Sunday. It's possible. Or do you let him just finish this one out and worry about everything else a couple days from now? Swung on and missed, 1-2. I think a 2 RBI hit here by Lavorsi might change that thought process. Chan does have a good bullpen. Chose and Nablo. One and two pitch. Swung on and missed. Christensen gets the big strikeout, but not before Chan adds an insurance run. We head to the top of the 9th inning. Last chance for Moorhead, down 4-1.
At first base, 24, Zach Hoffman. Center field, number 3, Nick Smith.
Well, you can forget about any guesswork of whether or not John Straka is going to try to finish this game. Again, under 100 pitches heading into the 9th inning. He has not given up a hit since the 3rd inning. He is in cruise control here against a very good Moorhead Brewers squad. So Brandon Arnold, player manager, will leave Straka out there. Probably not even a conversation between the two at this point. And re-entering, remember Nick Smith, they pinched hit for him. Again, word is he's got an injury and has had trouble swinging the bat, hence the 3 bunt attempts and 2 bunt singles earlier in the game. But he left the lineup but is reinserted back in center field. And Zach Huffman, the huge RBI single to add the insurance run here for Chanhassen in the bottom of the 8th inning. They put in a pitch runner, but Zach is re-entered at first, where he has played a good game defensively over there as well. You haven't had a chance to watch Chanhassen play, and you wonder how they won back-to-back titles. And now looking pretty strong that they'll be in the championship matchup for the 4th straight year. They're a really good defensive team. They're not going to wow you on the offensive end. It probably starts there with big number 17 on the mound, John Straka, and then the defense behind him. And this is how they win it. Nothing flashy, but getting the job done. And 3 outs to go to move into Championship Sunday. Got a big bat here, and Joe Halleck, who again came in batting .500, and he shoots it right back up the middle, where Straka is able to get his glove up and make the play for the first out. Wow.
Third baseman, Tanner Adams.
We've seen that twice in this game. It was David Ernst earlier snagged it right back at him. Straka, 1 pitch, had it fired right back up the middle. And these guys are staying aggressive on Straka, knowing he'd probably just get after these hitters. Tanner Adams steps in. Adam is 0 for 2 with a walk. Down to their final 2 outs for the Brewers. We're dropping down into that losers bracket. To come back and play tomorrow. If Chan holds on and wins, they move on to the Sunday championship round, where they would have to be beaten twice to be dethroned as state champions. 1-1 count on Tanner Adam. Swung on and fouled right back. into the backstop. 1-2 the count. Again, one out here. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Moorhead has not had a hit since the 3rd inning of play here today. And 3 of their 4 hits actually came in the 2nd inning when they scored their lone run. Other than that, it has been John Straka in control on the mound. He's got 7 strikeouts. He's only walked 1 batter. And of course, that was Tanner Adam his last time up. 3-2 the count now on Adam. So he's worked it full here. Pretty clean sheet so far for Straka. Trying to keep it that way on the full count pitch in the dirt. And Moorhead has a little bit of life here. Second time, 2 consecutive bats actually for Adam that he has walked. The only 2 walks surrendered here from Straka. Mike Peschel will come up. He grounded out and has flown out twice. And Peschel tries it down the right field line, just foul. Again, staying aggressive here in their approach. Well, we've got bodies in the bullpen, but nobody throwing right now. Looked like that was perhaps Miles Nablo out there. Miles has seen some action here in the tournament, 4 innings. He might be called upon if Moorhead can piece something together here, but it's 0-2 now on Peschel. Straka takes a little bit off that pitch. O2 goes right back to the off speed. It's popped up in the infield. Coming in to snag that one is Arnold from his shortstop position. And Moorhead down to its final out now. They just cannot square Straka up.
Second baseman, Brant Kolpak.
And Brant Kolpak will give it a shot now. Brant has 1 of 4 hits and the lone RBI for Moorhead in this game. He's had a good tournament. See if he's got anything for John Straka here or if John can shut it down. The runner goes. They'll let him take second. So Adam with the easy steal and in scoring position. 0-1 the count on Kolpak. We'll have to be interesting. I would think Straka, let's say Chan goes on and wins the 3rd straight title. You'd think Straka would be in good position here to grab back-to-back tournament MVPs. But Kolpak says hold everything as we're going to have an RBI single here. And Moorhead generating some action here, getting their first hit since the 3rd inning. So a walk, stolen base, and an RBI single. The 2nd RBI single of the day for Kolpak. And we have a 4-2 ball game here. Get our scorebook updated here. 4-2 the score. RBI single by Brent Kolpak. He's got 2 of the 5 hits and both RBIs here for Moorhead. There's still 2 outs though, and Chandler Eibach, the catcher, steps to the plate. Whoa, what are they going to call here? That's... Oh, boy. They're going to have to talk this one over. As Straka stopped, I don't know if he heard somebody call timeout. Did somebody call timeout? I don't know. And then the umpire, home plate umpire, explaining things right now to Jeremy Peschel, but not 100% sure what the situation is here. He was pointing to first base for some reason. You have to say, did somebody call timeout over there? When Straka stopped in mid-motion to the plate, so it's still no count on Ibach. Kolpak at first. They're going to let Kolpak, it looks like they're not even holding him, so similar to what we saw with Tanner Adam when he easily stole second. Maybe they'll get Kolpak moving again here. 0-1 count to Ibach. Oh, and he goes inside and hits him. So no need to steal here as we'll have runners on first and second. That was actually, by the way, apologize. That was a Chris Clemenson pinch hitter. And Chris, we mentioned, had a solo home run, as did Ibach in the game against Dundas. And Chris will take one for his team. Wears one there. Goes down to first base where Ibach will replace him as the runner. So Ibach reinserted. As Clemenson, in his role as pinch hitter, comes in and takes one off the left shoulder. So now it's Nick Salentine. Or do we have another pinch hitter here?
Moorhead, ready for the shortstop, Nick Salentine.
So still 2 outs, runners at first and second. First pitch thrown in there. And we do have another pinch hitter here as Jason Drake will bat for Salentine. So 0-1 the count on Drake. A little bit high, 1-1. Actually, they have 2 33s on the roster, so it's Grant Wessler coming in to pinch hit. Sorry about that, Grant. 1-1 the count. First and second, 2 outs. John Straka trying to lock this one down as Wessler calls timeout at the dish. Grant, actually from Owatonna, one of the few Minnesotans, somewhat local, proximity to Joe Schlepper Field. 1-1 pitch to Grant. Straka goes to the outside corner. Wessler doesn't bite. 2-1 now the count. Three and 1 the count. Well, the Brewers making things interesting here against the Chanhassen ace John Straka. Hitters count 3-1. 2 on. Moorhead has 1 run in already. Trying to fight back here. The 3-1 pitch to Wessler. Swung on and missed. Full count. You know, the crowd bringing a little ninth inning energy here to the ballpark. This is it. Chan tries to move on to the championship round. Time called at the plate. So Straka taking his time. In a tight spot, full count, 2 outs. Straka delivers. And it's strike 3 called. The Chanhassen Red Birds are moving on to Championship Sunday. What a game here tonight. As expected, the ace is on display. They do not disappoint, especially John Straka. Complete game, 5 hits, gives up 2 runs. And with that strikeout, that was strikeout number 8. So that is your, with 1 walk, that is your line on John Straka. Maybe earning him some tournament MVP votes here if Chanhassen goes on to win this whole thing. And the Red Birds will defend their title and try to grab a 3rd straight Class B title as they move on to Sunday's championship round. A little different this time, as remember the Red Birds had to battle through the losers bracket previous 2 championships. Now they just need 1 win to win it all, and they will play whoever comes out of the losers bracket games tomorrow, which will be Cold Spring taking on Miesville. That game at 1 o'clock right back here at the Joe. And then following that, the winner of Cold Spring and Miesville will take on the Moorhead Brewers. And we thank you once again for joining us for live Class B state tournament action here on PrepSpotlight.tv. This is my final assignment of the tournament. It's been a pleasure, everybody. Thank you so much for having us, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Class B, and remember the seat tournament going on as well. So tune in right here on PrepSpotlight.tv as they finish out that bracket down in Springfield and Milroy this weekend as well. That'll do it for me. Signing off here, I am Eric Murphy. Have a great weekend, everybody.